Welcome to Design Auto Live. I'm your host, Chris Barta. My guest today is Wes Watson. If you don't know who Wes Watson is, you probably don't have a phone or a computer because Wes is probably, to me, the most interesting human being on the entire planet. I'm glad you're here, dude.
Fuck yeah.
To me, you are like the most interesting guy I've ever seen, especially on the internet. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about how you did all this, dude. How'd you get here? How'd you get the cars? Your background, I know it's different, right? It's a different style. And I don't think that's the story. Your story is what you're doing now. So can you kind of catch people up to speed of like where you came from, how you got to Miami?
Well, everybody, I mean, most entrepreneurs start off, the best ones start off as, criminals probably. I mean, most did. And I sold weed, I sold drugs. I ended up in prison for 10 years. That's really my background story is people are like, because you got to show them I came from point A to point B. So I did 10 years in California prison system. I got out, I changed my life, fully changed the direction, and I started helping people with personal development. I really came about it a different route though. I didn't come out of prison saying I need to make millions of dollars and I need to start this type of business. It was really me coming out just telling the truth. Yeah. And I thought that all men out here, like 99.9%, were soft. They were just weak. They were just pussies. They gave up. And I just spoke the truth. I'm like, they would see, and I would document my life. Yep. So they'd see what time I got up in the morning, which is 2:45, and they'd be like, why do you get up so early? Oh my God, how do you get up so early? Yeah. I'm like, bro, you can't get the fuck up. Like everything everyone asked me, I would give such a simple answer to. And my answer was simple because I was taken out of the real world and my freedom was taken away for so long that I just gained a different love and respect and gratitude for every small movement you could do out here. So I mean, I loved the fucking gym. I loved eating all the healthy food and all the protein. I loved fucking being on my phone and taking pictures and making videos. I loved getting up early and getting out the house because I could. And all these small things they were huge to me. They weren't small things anymore. Yeah. And then I just really showed people how these seemingly small daily habits that we all conduct ourselves in were the cornerstone to a more powerful mindset.
Yep. So this is 2017, 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
And you're in jail and you're like, Instagram is going to be huge. I'm going to get on Instagram and I'm going to post what I do every day. I'm going to get in shape. And then when I get out, I'm going to sell this to people. Is that kind of how you came up with that?
I'm not a business guy. All right. I want the fame.
All right.
I always wanted the attention. Yeah. So, and this is what every business guy on here does wrong. They're like, I'm not about the fame. I want the money. Yeah. And that's the problem because this is social media. Yep. And everyone can read that on you. I really want the interaction. I want people to admire me. I want people to look at me. I want people to fucking speak to me. Yep. I want to have connection with people. It probably comes from the fact that I was disconnected from people for so long and I craved that connection with real people. But the best part is that by using social media, I was able to find all the people in my life right now. Yeah. And why was I able to connect with all these people at a high level? Because I showed my daily habits. Yeah. Only people who live like me can actually agree with me and be around me or want to be drawn to me. So using social media is basically law of attraction a millionfold. Yeah. You're attracting the right people into your life. It'd be a massively high percent of failure rate if only the people you grew up around were the people that you thought you were going to connect with. Yeah. That's why most people's families don't support them. Most of your childhood friends you grow away from. And everyone you really know that was in your vicinity is not conducive to the growth of you. They're all in the same area. Yep. So by us all reaching out on social media and finding each other, all the like-minded individuals, we were able to grow faster and support each other.
I heard you say once you were posting on social media, but it was like pictures and captions. And then one day someone said to you, if you don't talk into the camera, you'll never make $1.
My ex-girlfriend, she's kind of famous online, Gym Gamer Girl. It was my first girlfriend out of prison. And I was broke. I had no money. I lived with my grandma. And she's beautiful. She had fucking, I think, almost 1 million followers back then. All right. And I had like 10,000. And we were serious, but she told me, you don't make enough money to support a family. Like, I want to have a family. And I didn't. So I was totally like, fuck, man, that's true. Yeah. But the whole point is that She told me, if you don't speak on camera, you'll never kill it online. And she was already speaking on camera. So, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to fucking speak on camera. I'd rather die. I hate my voice. I hate the way I sound. I don't want to be on camera. And I just wanted people to admire my habits.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what do they need me to talk for? Like, I'm showing you what to do. If you do this, your life will be great.
Yeah.
And I didn't really realize that you have to talk people into this shit.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that she was right. When I went on my very first podcast, which was Big Herc, it was Prison Talk with Big Herc. And the very first podcast I went on, I went super viral. And I went from making about 800 to 3,000 a month to 150 a month within the first couple weeks, like 3 weeks. I went from 3,000 a month to like 150. It just skyrocketed.
Wow.
But during that amount of time, I had to understand how to structure my sales correctly, my offers and everything. And so over time, I've actually solidified the best blueprint for posting, the most fucking aggressive, but productive offers to sell, and how to really kill it online with multiple offers and understanding one's zone of genius and skill set and monetizing it. Like, I could teach you how to take your zone of genius with cars, turn it into a blueprint that's more of like a reality show, and have you selling more cars than all these guys do. Because they're not the face of their brand. We want to buy from our friends. Like, your goal would be to make 10,000 new friends this year from your page. That would net you more sales than trying to make 10,000 sales. So make 10,000 new friends this year off your page, Chris. Don't go for 10,000 new sales. That's why I'm good at being online, because I love the people. Like, people who agree with me on these hard daily habits are so rare. They're such amazing people that, like, I just mesh with them really well.
So my background is car sales. I started selling Bentleys and Rolls's 15 years ago. And we started Tactical Fleet, which is how I met you, selling. We tried to turn it into like the coolest pre-owned car dealership. And we went from Beverly Hills, Dallas. We were the first to go coast to coast, Charlotte. And it was a good ride and it was fun. And then I've had this new idea. It's called Design Auto, which is going to be more of an online platform. So there's no inventory. It's a car guru's competitor. It's for cars 100 grand and up only, right? But on here, you can like pictures. Like, if you see like, let's say an SVJ and you have a question and you're like, hey, how many keys does it have? You can put that in the comments and then the sales guy can write back, or you can chat with the sales guy, right? So instead of calling and texting, you can do it all via the app, right?
That's way better. Social media platform for buying and selling cars.
Kind of like, so all your transactions, do you speak to these people, or is this is all Instagram?
I talk to everybody. Everybody I've ever sold for my business, a program to, I sold directly. Until recently, I started having a sales team, but they're not as productive as me. It's just not even possible. So every sale up until about 6 months ago was me. Then I started getting a lot of bullshit trolling, and I got too big and my traffic was kind of negative sometimes. And so to where I didn't want to answer it no more. And that's what you guys out there do wrong. You guys are like, oh, this is probably AI or something. A lot of you guys is bullshit messages, and a lot of the time you waste by harassing people online makes them not be able to. So someone like Tony Robbins, there's no fucking point. He can't even do it. People would lose their shit if they knew they were talking to him. But I still love to talk to people. And if you still talk to me in my DM on Instagram, I'm closing you through the DM on Instagram. I send people a video, show them it's me. But the whole thing is if you click my link, that's to get more details from my sales guy. If you're ready to close, DM me on Instagram and say, I'm ready to do whatever the fuck you tell me, I'm ready to pay. And then I work with those people. But the people who need more detail, they need someone to walk them through, which I don't have the time for.
See, and I think that would work for cars, because like you can just DM the questions, go back and forth. So I love your process. Now, when I met you a few years ago, you hit me up about a McLaren. You sent me like a video. Hey, Barta, I'm looking for this McLaren with this interior. And that was all via Instagram. And then you had like a 720 and a Wraith and SF90. Your collection was crazy. When you were buying all those, is that more you actually like cars, or you're just like, this is all marketing? If I get
I really only bought the McLaren because I needed something where the doors went up. So I had a Huracan at the time, and I was very embarrassed about the doors not going up. And so I'm like, okay, I'll buy a McLaren. Okay, the doors should at least go up. It's a lawn. I called it a lawn ornament. Like, I don't really care about the cars. I have a Bugatti. I mean, I used to really like the attention. Now I only like it like in some places. Like, I'll go to Ball Harbor or somewhere more classy and the attention's normal. But some of these places in Brickell and these other places where these kids drive around their SVJs with their loud exhausts and shit, I'm so over it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's pathetic. Like,
Yeah.
I think an SVJ that's $700,000 with your loud ass exhaust and you think you're killing it and you're harassing people, I'm laughing at you.
Yeah.
But that's the old me. We should always laugh at the old us.
Yeah.
They'll be laughing at themselves later.
Sure.
Later, they'll be like, oh my God, I was harassing people at Moxie's,
Yep.
revving my SVJ when they were just trying to eat their food. And the guy was probably fucking worth a lot more money than me, wondering why I'm harassing him with my stupid fucking car. And it's like, I get it. That's your first cool car, and you're maybe going to pull some chicks or whatever the fuck. But the whole point is I was just like that too.
Yeah.
But I'm just man enough to say it was stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and it's annoying. But I now drive a Bugatti. It's not even loud. I don't want to rev on people. I drove my Urus down here. Didn't even put it in Corsa. It's too loud. It has the exhaust on the Rivtech and the Novatech kit and everything. But I'm just over that.
Yeah.
It's just I grew out of it. But you guys who like that shit, continually like it.
Yeah.
And then just be honest when you feel like a dipshit.
Yep. It was cool to watch you go from like a Huracan Spider to a Bugatti in like 5 years, all on the internet, which I don't think anyone's ever done that before.
Everyone watched me from in prison posting to the day I got out, lacing my chucks up in front of the gym at 4 a.m. to never missing a post for 6 years and driving a Bugatti.
Yeah.
And having every car in between that, and while living in the best houses. Let's remind people that, because a lot of these people live in these condos that are $7,000 or $14,000 a month in Brickell and have an SVJ. My places are $100K a month. And people are like, why do you just rent if it's $100K a month? My real estate investments are in the companies that actually own everything. So I invest in Blackstone. I invest in bigger companies. And it keeps me from having any stress towards a property I own. And this gives me a way bigger return.
Yeah.
If you have an 8-figure fund with Blackstone or something, and it's bringing back 14% a year, you're not tripping on like the rent at a place. It's just, you're just not doing that. So, I mean, the whole point is like, understand that some people do stuff out of convenience. And me personally, you see how quick I switch my cars?
Yeah.
I don't even like my places after a year. You really want to live in the same house for 10 years?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you want to do that?
Yep.
I don't like old cars. I don't like old houses. I don't like old clothes. Someone saw my new house and they said, there's barely any clothes in your closet. I said, I threw them all away. And they're like, what do you mean? You didn't give them away? I said, I threw them all away.
Yeah.
In my drawers, everything's in bags, brand new. And then only the designer clothes that were new that I still haven't yet to wear or I still liked and I wanted to wear, which was like 10 sets like this, is all I kept.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like clutter. I can't deal with a lot of shit in my space. Even my drunk drawer is organized.
Yeah. You seem like the kind of guy, I think you're like a marketing genius because I never see, like, I don't think like a Coke or a Budweiser could even compete with you. You were just showing me your Instagram page. It gets 60 some million views a month, right? Like what is something like that worth?
I mean, well, it typically brings in 2.5 million a month cash, and I'm not selling correctly.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to optimize it and I had merch cracking, I had fucking supplements cracking, I had a meal prep cracking, I had fucking was selling everything I possibly could and my coaching at the highest level, I mean, we could do 20 million a month.
Yeah.
Like it'd be possible to do more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I sold out, went another route and did any of the other stuff like the alcohols and shit like that, which I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's just, it matters what you would want to do with that many views. And I'm not opposed to anybody's shit that they sell. I mean, like a lot of people are like, you don't drink. Why would you encourage your girl to or girls to? I'm like, women should drink. Men shouldn't.
Yeah, I heard
women fucking think too much. You guys, your women think too much. Don't hold them hostage in the house with your stupid discipline routine thinking they could deal with it. They can't. They're overly emotional. Let them have their fucking drink every now and then. If they start going off the fucking ledge, bring them back. But I mean, the whole point is I can run in the same day every day, doing the same shit, and only thinking about the fact that I have to make 6 figures a day. That's my goal every day. I can make 6 figures a day. Before I stepped in here, I had made 27,000 in new sales already, and it's 130, just to let you guys know.
That's crazy, man. So when you are like, all right, I mean, is your brain just always thinking like, okay, if I get a Bugatti, I will get this many followers. This guy's going to buy this. I can bump this guy up to that. Or are you just like, I'm in the mood to buy a Bugatti right now.
The fame.
Okay,
look, alls I want is the fame.
Yeah.
So if alls I want is the attention and the fame, I'll get all the money.
Got it.
Everyone's opposite. They're like, how do I stay low key but make as much money as possible? I'm like, it's social media, dumbass.
Yeah.
You have to be as fucking belligerently loud as possible,
Yeah.
make as much sense as possible, be as attractive as possible. Everything has to be as maxed out as possible.
Yeah.
Everything, to where I have to make everything as attractive as possible for me. I have to be authentic to myself. And the one thing I did that's different than everyone else, I mean, I could speak to people and placate them.
Yeah.
I could tell everyone what they want to hear and have them love me. I could say all the perfect words. I could make them eat it up and pay me and be like all these fake people online. But I chose to tell them what works. Now, do people really like the truth, or do they like to be told that manifestation can happen on a beach anywhere and they can just fucking think about it and really will it into existence? Shut the fuck up. Like, I just don't talk that way. And there's no amount of money that could get me to be fake.
Yeah.
So I understand that I have a smaller niche. And that's literally 1% of people that think that way.
So you don't want to be the Mel Robbins of...
I just don't need to be. I don't want the fame enough to sell out like that.
Yeah.
I'll never do that. So, I mean, and then people think you sold out because you got some money and some material possessions. They even go as far as to saying you're Illuminati or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's the scapegoat fucking mindset of like such a loser, where they're like, there's no way you could make that much money. You have to have sold your soul to the devil. I'm like, yeah, you and your stupid backcountry bumpkin family probably think that, but not mine, motherfucker. We understand that if you were smart enough, you could say, let me see your offers. And some 15-year-old kid did this online. Let me see Wes's offers. Okay, he looks at my offers. Then he looks at my views. He's like, it's completely possible to make $3 million a month off this. He only has to do X amount of these sales. This program is completely scalable. This one's not so scalable. He does this X amount of these a day, X amount of these a day, times this by 30 days, boom. And people are like, oh, well, that makes sense. It's like, why did some 15-year-old kid have to teach you old motherfuckers this shit? All you dumb old motherfuckers. The second I say something, you should Google it. If I say macros, the right macros will change your life, Google it, you old fuck. Like my 13-year-old stepdaughter, if I say, where's Finnegan's? You know, what is Finnegan's? And she'd be like, Finnegan's. Okay, there's one in Arizona. There's one in Miami Boulevard. They serve this, and this. The best dishes are this, and this. Why is a 13-year-old that efficient and all you dumb, old, fucking decrepit fucks are so fucked up mentally? Like, you guys need to be, your bubble bursted. You need to wake the fuck up. And all you guys who think you're doing big business, you do it much bigger if you understood the fucking internet. I mean, it's just, I can't even fathom how people really are unable to learn and adapt.
Yep.
Like, I was in prison. I came out and understood all this shit because I just had no way out. I had to figure it out.
So Will Smith talks about when he went from like TV fame to like movie fame and how that's totally different. What's 1 million followers on Instagram with a Bugatti and a mansion?
See,
what's that like?
A lot of these guys don't really have fame or followers because I've been with them in public and nobody knows them.
Yeah.
If you go with me in public, everybody knows who I am. And so that's why I know they're bullshit. Their shit's fake as fuck. But I mean, the whole thing is I don't just get 70 million views on my page. I get 1 billion views a day online.
Yeah.
Over 1 billion views a day online. If you doubt me, just type my name in YouTube. They're not going to be the best videos about me. But guess what? Any of those headlines where it says, Wes Watson, he's losing it all. Okay, just get your favorite celebrity, Justin Bieber, The Rock, Jake Paul. Type any of the headlines you see about me, type those in after those names too, in the top names. There's videos about that. There's videos, it's like, Justin's melting down. Jake Paul is losing everything. And that's just how they hook you. Yeah. I mean, these people, these are faceless channels that people have, most of them, and they really just want to make money off the YouTube views. And they'll get 200,000, 500,000 views on my name all the fucking time. Yeah. So all day long, there is literally 50 people posting videos that are getting 200 to 500,000 views on my name. I'm posting mine. There's people posting positive shit, but I literally get like 1 billion views a fucking day online.
You're so internet famous, someone can literally just piggyback on your content and your brand in positive ways and negative ways, and they'll get views, and they're just trying to drive traffic to whatever they're trying to drive traffic to.
A guy the other day, he's like, Wes Watson scammed me for $4,000 on my program. I watched the video. There was nothing about that. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's I wanted to write him back, bravo,
He just changed the subject.
He just changed the subject.
Yeah.
But I did that.
Yeah.
All my YouTube videos were like prison gangs.
Yeah, I remember those.
And it would say something like sinister, kind of like The Yard.
Yeah.
And I would tell a quick story about The Yard. Then I would go into personal development.
Yeah.
Because the people who watch prison YouTube videos probably need a lot of personal development. Yeah. They're fucking losers. Like, I'm going to just go watch prison shit. It's like the same thing as these chicks that watch fucking like that true crime at night. Bitch, you're going to sleep to true crime videos? You're mentally ill. No wonder you're toxic as fuck, you know?
Yep.
But yeah, the biggest thing is that I just always wanted the attention. I was a pro snowboarder before. I wanted the fame. I believe my life is like a crazy movie.
Yep.
So it is. So what does that mindset look like for someone who believes their life is a crazy movie? Whenever anything bad happens to me, I say, good, this is a good part of the movie. And you guys go like this, oh my God, look, something's bad's happening to him. His life is over. Yeah. But in all reality, those are the trophies on my shelf.
Yeah.
The shit I've overcome means more to me than what I've done.
Yeah.
Say that again. The shit that I've overcome means more to me than what I've done.
Yeah.
You guys don't get that whole aspect. So you end up being these soft, spoiled pussies of men, and you walk around, you don't realize why when you walk by me, you feel kind of weird, like I just overpower you in some ways. Your aura is attached to everything that tried to break you.
Yeah.
The confidence you possess is every time that something came about to take you out, you overcame it.
Yeah.
And some people just have that when you walk in the room, you know there's someone. And that's what you're really after in this life. That higher vibration, that higher frequency. And that stems from understanding that no matter what, the pinnacle of everything is when you're not getting your way, if you can still stay grateful, still keep your self-talk positive, and still keep your actions aligned with where you want to go.
Yep.
If everybody remembers that, they'll be very successful, and this will be of worth you listening to. When any adversity strikes, you keep your self-talk positive, you stay grateful, and you keep your actions aligned with the outcome you want.
Yeah. I think the best entrepreneurs all have kind of a little bit of a checkered past. Andy Frisella got stabbed in the face. Everyone's got as alcohol, divorce, whatever, and then they focus on their business, and then the business takes off. So when you got out of jail and you were like, okay, I can sell a fitness program to a guy online for, what was like your first price?
My first price was $250 a month.
$250, and some guys hit you up, and then they kind of got in shape, and you're like, okay, there's a positive to this because the guy's in shape and he's paying me recurring revenue, which is really cool. And then you started compounding that to all the way to the point where it's mansions and Bugattis and tattoos. Like where would you even go from that? So you're gonna get the fame, right? Like I would argue you're like LeBron James type famous on the internet. Where would you even go from that?
I mean, the whole point is that I don't care.
Yeah.
I literally could give a fuck about anything like that, but that's what'll make me better because I'll talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Like I'll never, like LeBron James ain't gonna answer his fucking DM.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'll answer the shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I'm better than anybody. That I only magnify the fact that they're not living up to their potential. And that's all I care about. And people are like, why you care so much about if another man's overweight? I'm like, because that causes pain to him and everyone around him.
Yeah.
I don't even want to be around the shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this guy that you hang out with is overweight. I'm like, he dropped 100 pounds. He's trying.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He's just not where he wants to be. But just the lies a man would have to tell himself to continue to live that type of life makes him not trustworthy in my eyes. I mean, no one exposed them to their own internal dialogue or the truth about themselves. Like they really don't get that by living in conditions and creating life conditions that are not desirable to them, if they're successful, it's even worse because they're telling the people around them it's okay. now they're passing on their greatest source of pain to those that they love.
Yeah.
So if the guy is famous and is successful financially and he is overweight and he does have bad habits, he's telling his kid that this is okay, and followers and people that it's okay. So now these people will end up walking his same path, thinking that's how you become successful.
Yeah.
And it's just to pass on your greatest source of pain to people you supposedly care about is so fucking just, oh my God, it's the greatest source of fucking just massive fucking just neglect to self and other people around you.
Yeah. I sell Lamborghinis and Ferraris all day long. And the amount of guys that are in shape is like this many.
I did a question on the other day. I flexed in my Phantom mirror and the Mansory Phantom.
Yeah.
Then I flexed in the Bugatti mirror. I said, do Mansory Phantom mirrors make you look more veiny and jacked, or do Bugatti windows make you look more veiny and jacked? I said, oh, wait. Phantom and Bugatti owners aren't jacked. I just asked Yados Fitness. And Yados is like, oh, he started laughing.
Dude, they're not.
But it's another one of my clients who has a Bugatti.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like most of them are just like, they're out of shape. They're buying a Lamborghini. I'm not gonna say most, but there's a lot of them that are out of shape. You know, long-term financing, just the jicky financing to get the car for the high payment. And it's just like, man, and you see him on the road and he thinks he's balling out in this car, but he's missing a giant component to his life. And you can kind of fix that with your programs. And then I meet people, like I just got in shape. You know, I was always kind of like, I wasn't bad. I was 20 pounds overweight. And then like when I wanted to go to do design auto, I was like, I'm gonna get jacked for that. And then I would post every day, me at the gym. And then dudes will hit me up and they're like, hey man, I lost 20 pounds just watching you work out every day.
That's what I was gonna say is, people are watching, and especially your kids. Like kids always fail to listen to their parents, but they never fail to emulate them. So the whole point is all these people they're giving advice from a position that they don't want people to end up in. So that's why I documented my day so that everyone could be like, hey, I don't know how to get where he's at fully right now, but I'm just going to start getting up early. I'm going to start reading positive shit. I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to track my macros, and I'm going to drop the drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I tell people to do at the start.
And that's free advice.
Because I really believe that if you make the best version of you, no matter what route you take, you'll be the best at that. Because the best version of you has the best chance and gets your goals quickest.
Yep.
So why would someone believe that in any type of way it would be detrimental to be in better shape? Like they just don't think about it. And how do you figure that drinking alcohol in any type of way would make you better at what you're doing?
Yeah.
It just doesn't. I mean, so there's so much comfort seeking. There's so much fucking there's so much fucking lack of truth in people's lives that I just keep having to remind them every day, like, what the fuck? And it's my own reminder.
Yeah.
If you held yourself to a certain standard every day, then you'd hold the people around you to it. And then in turn, they would cycle that back to you when you didn't have the strength to keep going. You would see that you made them fucking not miss, and now you can't miss.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you're putting it out there like that, like you can't
no room for slacking.
You can't slack.
I could never get fat again because I talked so much shit.
Yeah, you could never be fat. And like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, fuck, Wes is already making coffee, dude. I'm fucking, it's 9 a.m. I'm feeling like I'm not even up. And like, this dude's already made coffee and he's already at the gym. Like, and I know if I'm doing that, there's got to be millions of people doing that. And you get 25,000 views on a story constantly, right? Probably more than that, something here and there. And
yeah, just when people run their story all the way through, you get like 70,000. But if you keep posting a shitload of them, then Instagram and Facebook marginalize the amount of viewers you can see. So even if I've ran 50 stories a day for 50 days straight, I'll get 25, 30,000.
That's crazy. Yeah. And then like, who's in there? Is it like rich and famous people? Is it like nobody's with no profiles?
Rappers, rich and famous people. I mean, I've worked with some of the top celebrities on the planet. I mean, you know, I've a lot of different people, but that's the thing about social media. Don't ever fucking sit there and think that nobody's watching.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is that's where everyone's selfish. So like, nobody's watching. Why would I do it? But the whole point is that like you do it because the one person watching, you could change their life. I just still remember that like the money means nothing to me if my habits aren't aligned.
Yeah.
And every day I'm reminded of that. So like I have everything. I can't see it unless I go raise my frequency. And you guys should Google, like just Google low frequency emotions chart. And you'll see the chart. And the chart goes from at the bottom, guilt, shame, and then it comes up to like fear, anger, desire. And then it goes to like acceptance, neutrality, and it goes to like love, gratitude, enlightenment, and you slowly climb this chart. Like you got to understand that life is only lived in either a low frequency or a high frequency state. And that state is completely dictated by your thoughts and your actions. So if your thoughts and actions are in alignment with what I say is God's calling, because I say our conscience is the authentic voice of God. Your conscience told you to drop the 20 pounds to start this endeavor.
Yeah.
You could say that we don't even have our own thoughts. That is not of your creation, that God told you to do this.
Yeah.
And that's really how I've lived. The second I heard this quote, I read this quote that said, your conscience is the authentic voice of God. I said, I'm just going to live that. I'm going to live that. Because every time I pulled out and I drove too fast with my seatbelt off, or I rolled up that blunt before prison, I was smoking. Oh, fuck, there's a cop right there. Like I would always just my conscience was always spot on.
Yeah.
So I just started listening to my conscience. And my conscience was like, you need to do this. And I would just do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the quickest that you can just hear your conscience's call and do it, you'll move so fast, you'll lap everybody.
Yeah.
So you guys, take this from right now. Just remember this. Your conscience is the authentic voice of God. The second the call from your conscience comes, answer it and just do what the fuck. Have complete faith, no fear, and follow that path. And on everything I love, you'll kill it in life.
And I think that, like, back to the entrepreneurial, I'm starting this company, Design Auto. Your business is all like authentic entrepreneurial stuff that's never really been done before. I think there's a lot of guys out there that are like, they drink too much, they eat like shit, they party too much, and they're not pursuing these good, they get a good idea and they don't pursue any of that. Like how many ideas pop in your head that you pursue? Like all of them?
No, I really only stick to just bettering myself and then helping on bettering people. So one of my quotes that I told everyone, that your life's purpose is to create the best version of you and give that man to the world.
Yeah.
So I'm only ever worried about maximizing myself every day and then teaching people how I maximize myself, because the money was just a byproduct of me being the best version of me. I mean, do you think if I was 40 pounds overweight, drinking and smoking weed and not taking care of myself, I would have been able to make this business? No. And I mean, it's just the fact is that people want to believe that there's a shortcut and a hack. They're like, well, how do I just buy the traffic and like buy the followers and all that? It's like, dude, my page is a direct representation of how much energy I put into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I take about 3 hours to make a post. No matter what, that post always goes pretty damn viral. And if I just take 10 minutes to make it, it could go or it couldn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, whenever it's really a feeling to me that, oh, this is a special picture I got, I'm going to write a real good caption. And I spend hours writing a caption. And then I take 45 minutes to even pick the perfect song. And I'm like, oh, that's like art right there.
Yeah.
You got to understand, the audience comes last.
Yeah.
If you make the stuff that you love, then that's what'll bring the audience. The authenticity of making what you love is the best thing you could do for your audience. But what people do wrong is they say, what does the audience want? Well, that's not what it's after. The audience wants your authenticity.
Yeah.
So they want you to create what you love.
Yeah.
There's no more art behind it. And you can see that even in movies and shit. Like now they create movies for an audience that are just like spit out and they're just shit.
Yeah.
When there was movies back in the day where like the cinematographer was like, and the director and the was just like, dude, this is my baby, you know, this is my life, you know. And there's just not much passion anymore because people are trying to cheat the system for $1.
Yeah. And you can tell with your content, like, depending on when you check in, you're like, oh, this is serious Wes. He's mad right now. And then you're like, oh, this is funny Wes. He's joking around right now. Or like, oh, this is Wes buying some stuff. And like, you put all that together. And then the next thing you know, somebody's been watching your whole life for years and they've never met you, but they feel like they have. And then you can kind of piggyback. Oh, let's talk about that. So like, and I've never seen anyone do this. I think you invented it. So you get it up to 1 million followers, right? And they shut down your page all the time and all that, whatever. But like, when were you like, oh, okay, I can charge guys to piggyback on my fame and they can come work out with me or they can come do a podcast with
Well, it's
me?
the only thing. Okay, so once you make your first sale, then all we have to do is reproduce that. So you already know how to make the sale. You already know how to follow through. So all we have to do is get more eyeballs on your page.
Yeah.
So you guys shouldn't be going to these masterminds. You shouldn't be learning anything else from anyone. Once you've made your first sale, you just need more traffic.
Yeah.
And so you can make organic traffic, which is a smart way to do it because your overhead's way smaller. Or you can be like these dipshits who say they make 8 figures a year and they spend $400,000 a month on paid traffic.
Yeah.
And then by the time they end up with their profit left, it's 1.5 million.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you want to have all profit because you made organic content that was able to draw in traffic? Or do you want to pay for traffic and be one of these dumb fucks?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what it comes down to. So, and the thing is, if you do pay for traffic, then you're not going to spend the energy on the organic content that's going to build the proper following. So the second you believe in paid traffic, you'll never have the energy to make the proper organic content.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe in paid traffic, well, then you'll put your soul into making your page like art.
Yeah. So I have Design Auto coming out. It's a website for cars, 100 grand and up. It's epic. Obviously, there's the SEO. So if you Google Lamborghinis for sale to pop up, there's the podcast, and then you can piggyback on guys like you. What would you do with something like that as far as marketing?
It'd be a reality show. Like it would be Chris Barta's reality show, and then people would. You would never monetize the brand. It would be your reality show, and then they would want to know what you do, and there would just be something to click right there. If you look at Brad Lee has like 1 million followers, but Lightspeed has 10,000.
Yeah.
If you look at Kylie Jenner, she has 350 million followers, and Kylie, the cosmetic company, has 3 million.
Yeah.
People don't follow the business.
Yeah,
They follow the CEO. They follow the owner of the business. They buy because they buy into people. So you have to make a reality show around Chris. Even the highest real estate brokers, the guys who sell the most real estate on the planet, are 2 very famous people on social media. That Frederick guy and the other guy, Ryan Serhant.
His stuff is the best.
But why? Just look at their page. They're not selling. And then every other dumb real estate agent on their page is like, this house right here is 1.2 million. And Ryan's like, hey, this is my family.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
dude, please pay attention to that, you motherfuckers. Like, people don't even know what I sell really. And then they're like, well, what do you sell? Like, I guess is it something fitness related? Because I'm not like sitting there doing bicep curls going, if you lean back and squeeze the bicep like this, dude, look at, okay. People can't connect with you on what you're selling them. They don't do that. They're trying to buy that from you. They're not educated in it. So how are you going to connect on something that you're not educated on? You connect, the only way you can redirect is if you connect first. You have to connect, then you can redirect. What are we going to connect on? All my kids say the same things.
Yeah.
I eat that same fucking barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, I like 720s too. Mine was green, you know?
Yeah.
Like we connect on life. We connect on feelings. We connect on possessions. We connect on everything that has to do with human life.
Yeah.
So if you want to redirect people to that business, you want to connect with them first on your social media, get it as big as possible. And I mean, if you have 1 million followers, then you're getting, 70, 80, 100 million visits to your page.
Yeah.
And then during your whole shit, you're showing a car and you're like, you want a car like this?
Click.
Go to Design Auto, and they click it right there. Yeah. And then when they click it, they put their email and everything in. Well, now you build a huge email list, and you're sending them all the fucking current specials and everything to their email marketing.
Yep, I love that. What else, man? What's new? How's life? Kids are good.
I mean, family's good, life's good. I just live in a constant state of.
Do you ever relax? Do you ever go on vacation or anything?
No, I would hate vacation.
You'd drive you nuts, wouldn't it?
I told my wife when she has her first $50,000 a month coaching, we'll go on vacation somewhere, and she's done like 35 so far this month, so it's probably gonna be next month. But I mean, the thing is I really want her to make her own money.
Yeah.
I don't care about me. I've always had money. I've always found a way to make money. I'll always be able to at least have a condo and a nice car. That's all I really need. I just need a real hot chick, a condo, and a nice car. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
Yep.
And some security. A lot of people have these dreams of all this crazy shit. I've been on yachts. I've flown private. I've owned every car. I've had all hot chicks. I mean, I don't need all this shit that everyone thinks they need. I've already had it.
Yeah.
So I just know that it's not that important to me.
Yeah.
That's what when the people are like, they see my family, they're like, that's what everything's about. I'm like, no. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, what if I was broke with this family? It'd be torturesome.
Yeah.
I'd be stressing every day on how to fucking give them the life they desire. Like most of you guys. I couldn't sit there on the couch and fucking just be content with the fact that I have a family.
Yeah.
You're torturing your family with your lack of ability to support them financially, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're not even giving them a good life, and you're okay with just being around them.
Yeah.
Fuck's the matter with you? I would never be okay with that. Like, I mean, I tell people the baseline of what their chick is measured by. She better have a gold Rolex and a Birkin at least nowadays. Yeah. And they're like, what? These guys don't even have 40K for the 30K for the watch for her and 20K for the damn bag. They don't even have 50 grand. Yeah. And then they tell me this. They go, well, life isn't measured by that. I'm like, well, have you been watching my page? And they're like, yeah, what do you mean? I'm like, all I show is positive ass habits and building people 90% of the time. This is the fruits of the labor. Like, I made the money off changing lives, you dumb motherfucker. I'm not selling porn, dipshit. So if I had bad character and bad habits and told you guys something like giving her these possessions is the only thing that measures, then that'd be stupid. But I mean, the whole thing is you probably get it all the time. People see luxury cars and they see exotics and they think it's superficial or something. Yeah. What do you say to those people?
You know, I mean, well, I kind of want to talk to you about that too. So when you were a kid, it's like, goes back to when you were a kid. Yeah. And I think you said you had like, what were you driving? Like a Tahoe with some
I drove Escalade to high school.
So you had an Escalade in high school with wheels and a stereo and all that?
Yeah, 23-inch Diablo rims. 23s back then were expensive. And then I had a PlayStation. I had like 5 TVs in it.
So you had the entertainment and the headrest in the back?
Yeah.
I had the 1990 Ford Mustang GT 5.0 with the Fox body, and like that's what kind of got me into cars. And I was just like, dude, this is cool. And then you see the posters, and you're like, all right, so when you make money, you go buy those, and you've done all that all the way up to the Bugatti, which you daily drive, and you got 2,000 miles on it, which is crazy. Seeing all that come to life, or do you just get the Bugatti, like, that was awesome, and you get a little like a kick from it, and then you're like, all right, whatever, next.
I just have to beat everybody.
Yeah.
Like, everyone really thinks they're better than everyone else, but they don't beat them.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm better than everyone else, and I want you to think you're better than me.
Yeah.
So I want you to show up more ripped than me.
Yep.
I want you to show up with a badder chick than me. I want you to show up with doper cars. I want you to have a better place. I would be proud of you.
Yeah.
If you beat me, I'd be like, dude, the motherfucker had a jet. He had this, and he was ripped. Oh my God, that guy's dope.
Yeah.
If you beat me, I would be proud of you.
Yeah.
Like, I have to beat everybody. Every man desires to beat everybody. Haters fucking are bred when they're in competition with you silently and losing.
Yeah.
So that's the definition of a hater. They're in silent competition with you and losing the competition. Yeah. So all men are in competition. Quit saying, my only competition is in the mirror. That's when you start, bitch. Like, that's when you're not even in the game yet. But once you get in the game, trust me, like, there's competition with everything. So the whole point is that, like, I have to beat everybody. Yeah. So it doesn't matter to me. I have to have better shit than everyone. Everything in mine has to be the best because I feel like I deserve that.
Yep.
And all reality in this life, the work instills the worth. Once you put in enough work in yourself, personal development work, you'll know your worth. And the fact that you won't settle for less is your standards. Yep. So my standards are set by my worth. My worth is high because the work I've done. Yep. People who don't have a high sense of personal worth, they haven't done a lot of personal work. They've probably been given money, or they've been around people who got money for free or something, so they see no value in money. They didn't work for it. Yep. But the guys who worked for it, they're like, I know what that takes. And the guys who are jacked, and they're like, whoa, I know what that takes. That guy's been training for 20 years, you know? Like, we know what we see the work, the underlying work that it took to get the outcome.
Yeah. So you're cheering these guys on, and you're hoping they beat you. And I think what pisses people off is when you like you call out the truths, like where they're at in their life, and people are like, oh, this guy's he's just yelling at me. He's trying to make some money. Let me ask you this: when somebody like signs up for, what is it now, $750 or something, like the baseline?
Yeah, it starts at $750 the baseline. It goes up to $40,000.
What does that guy? What percentage of those guys keep going?
1%.
They don't do it, do they?
Yeah, 1 out of 100. Yeah. But I sign a lot of people. So, I mean, I have like one crazy testimonial out of every 100 people that go from fat to ripped. And that's all I need. That's all I expect.
Because they want the quick hack. They're like, I'll pay them $750. And then you're like, well, you got to do all this work. And then they're like, I'm not doing this. And then they quit.
Imagine signing 10,000 people a year. 1,000 people just really killed it.
And none of them come back.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of them come back. They fuck up and come back. They're like, you were right. Yeah. They're like, you were right. I quit. I was being a bitch.
Yep.
The thing about the internet is, I'm not saying anybody's names. I'm not fucking telling anyone directly that they suck personally.
Yeah.
I'm talking about an avatar of a human.
Yeah.
And that human is usually the low-level man that we know as society to be. So the cool thing about content online is I could speak about this avatar, this man, and then they get to choose if that fits them. So if they choose in their mind whether they react negative or positive to my message, they've chosen that I'm speaking about them.
Yeah.
So that's the very first time most of them were ever able to be accountable to the fact that they actually fit that mold. So the law of exposure states once exposed, you cannot be unexposed.
Yeah.
So I've finally been the first person that exposed them to the fact that they got tits as a man.
Yeah.
And it is the most bitch-made thing you could do.
Yeah.
You actually ate yourself into a different gender. You changed your gender basically by eating so much food, you pussy motherfucker. And deep down in your soul, we know you want jacked ass, veiny ass arms and to roll up a formidable man that a chick's just like, man, that caveman motherfucker will just have his way with me.
Yeah.
Instead, they're looking at you like, damn, would that fucking fruity motherfucking fairy share a bra with me or not? What the fuck? Like, this is what these chicks are thinking. They're like, is my husband fit the same bra as me? Like, and the dude probably wears the shit. His estrogen level's so high from having so much body fat that he's just turning into a bitch. But I mean, the whole point is, if I'm triggering you, this is my job.
Yeah.
The healer doesn't heal you. He triggers in you your ability to heal yourself. I guarantee Chris heard me or someone else when he was 20 pounds overweight saying, bro, that's not the best version of you.
Yeah.
The fuck are you thinking? Bring a better version to your wife and kids. Do you want to embarrass them or what? And he's like, fuck, it is. I'm embarrassed of me.
Yeah.
Like, why would they not be embarrassed of me? Like, you guys, life's a mirror. It's not a window. Like, what you see, they see. If you're embarrassed of you, they are. So the quickest way to fix this is to get proud of yourself so that they are.
Yeah.
And guess what? I don't need you to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. I need you to fucking just really realize that we just need to drop the first 20 pounds like Chris did. And now Chris is going to be like, I want a little more size on my guns.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to be all bop, bop. And then he got the washboard abs, and the arms are going to be bow. And he's going to be like, I need my shoulders and my chest a little bigger. And then over 5 years, you're going to be like, damn, you could be on the cover of a magazine.
Yeah.
And you're a multimillionaire? How'd you do that?
Yeah.
Step by step, motherfucker.
When you started this in 17, 18, and now it's 2025, and you did the whole thing online, are human beings getting worse? Are they in like...
I think a lot of them took the vaccine and it actually made them so stupid that they fucking, like, because the people who took the vaccine, they were already stupid to begin with. And then it just made them stupider.
Yeah.
Like, anyone who fell for that shit is the dumbest person on the planet.
Yeah.
And then second off, there was probably shit in it that fucked their brains up. Because they're all just like, hey, man, why would I buy her program? She got a fake butt and fake tits. She didn't work for that. And I'm like, bro, you have a huge gut. Like, she could teach you how to get rid of your gut. She doesn't have a gut. Why are you talking about the areas that don't matter? Or the best part is when they go to buy your program and they don't even have enough for the 750.
Yeah.
But they're like, how am I going to pay 40 grand? I'm like, bro, there's a program that's 750. Why are you in the Rolls Royce section when you should be in the Honda Civic section?
Yeah.
What are you doing, dog?
Yeah.
Like, are you that off?
Yeah.
Well, you said 40 grand. I said, there's 750 too, bro. You don't even have that, do you? Come on, dog. Be accountable. You're broke. Like, a guy told me right now that he wasn't broke on the way here. I said, he's like, I'm rich. I'm like, your definition of rich isn't my definition.
Yeah.
I'm like, the guy wanted to meet me at the gym to talk about being a potential client.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's how I built my business. I meet in person with every potential client, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, that does make sense. I'm like, when you start coaching and getting clients, just realize how stupid you were to me.
Do they ever say, let's jump on a Zoom call? And is that when you're like, I'm not?
I have them talk to my guys who will jump on a Zoom call. It's not worth it to me to explain it to you.
I feel like when and this has happened in the car industry over time. Back in the day, it was like they would come in, they would have a trade, we'd look at cars. And then now with all these apps and all these websites, they're so overeducated, they almost can't make a decision. That's why I'm trying to clean it up with this. So there's no like, they just get so much information. They just feel like they have to keep asking questions and asking questions.
I've said it a million times. The world right now has an application issue, not an education issue. We don't have an education issue. We have an application issue.
Yeah.
If anyone was really that smart, all you guys who are trying to buy cars, if you were really that smart, you would realize the time you spent researching for the perfect car at the perfect price costed you more money than what you saved on the car. You would realize that you don't value your time that much. So my time is so valuable. If I see a car I want, I don't care about the price. I don't haggle and I buy it because I know I will keep searching every night for 6 months for the perfect deal when I could have been making sales.
Yeah,
now
totally.
I would have made fucking $500,000 in that 30-minute window every day if I would have sat there shopping for the car. If I'd have been making sales, I would have made $500,000 when I was trying to shave $15,000 off the price of a car.
Yeah, so you move quick.
Yeah,
Everything's
it's energy leaks.
Yeah,
Everyone has these energy leaks. They don't move fast enough. So one of my buddies was going to buy a Rolex forever. And he spent so much time sending me Rolex pictures and prices that I said, bro, I'll buy it for you.
Yeah.
You've costed me more than the watch costs by making me look at your Rolex pictures and the prices of them. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, every time I'm working, I have to stop and tell you to shut the fuck up and buy it. I've told you that so many times. You've costed me $40,000. Where's my Rolex? You know, and none of you guys think that way because you guys are 9-to-5 losers. Okay. I'm not a 9-to-5 loser. I'm the person who fucking sells all day and makes it happen. I'm not guaranteed an outcome when I wake up. I don't go to someone's business and talk shit about them and then ask a check from them. I'm the one who has to make it happen. So the point is stop being a 9-to-5 loser and you'll understand why you're so stupid with your time. Like, time is not infinite. Your time is worth a certain amount of money. Every day I need to make 6 figures, okay? That's the only way I'll have a good day is if I make $100,000 or more. If I make $90,000, I'm not happy. I need to make $100,000 a day. That's my number. And do you know there's a guy out there that needs to make 10 million? There's a guy out there who needs to make 10 million every day for him to be happy. I love that guy. If that guy told me I'm a broke bitch and I need to change my mindset, please tell me how. I would not take offense to it. He has completely trumped me in life and he can speak however the fuck he wants. I just want the outcome. I have no ego. When it comes to outcomes, I cannot fucking have an ego involved. I need just the blueprint. I'll apply it. I'm okay with it.
You do have some billionaire clients too, don't you? What's that like? Are they reaching out to you or is it just a question here and there?
I mean,
are any of them progressing?
I mean, some of them are so fucking well known they can't show their jets online. They can't show their yachts. They made their money in their 30s but worked in their 20s, so they want to do cocaine and party and fuck with hookers still. And then they come to me and they're like, Wes, bro, I'm fucking up again. And I'm like, bro, like, do you understand that one of these chicks is going to burn you? Like bad. He's like, oh, they sign NDAs when they come on my yacht, my jet. I'm like, you think an NDA protects you from he touched me and I didn't want him to? Like, you guys are doing drugs together. It would take one chick to have a simple plan of straight fucking you. And guess what? You would just settle for, 20 mil probably with her. But the whole point is I just don't want to see that happen to them. So I try to guide them. But in all reality, bad shit happening to people was never the worst thing. The worst thing in people's lives is having no problems. So at the billionaire mark, they have no problems. So the 8-figure guy has problems. Like, if he fucks up, he can still be wiped out. The billionaire mark, there is no more problems. So guess what? Your habits, your vices become the problem. So you become a problem to yourself because you have no more issues. So I help them with habits. And people are always like, everybody out there in Onlineville wants to sell money programs to people who don't have money. Let me tell you, that's the worst client. Hey, I want to sell a $1,500 or $4,000 program to a guy who's broke and he's going to harass the shit out of me because he wants to be a millionaire off $3,000. Do you think that's a good client? Or would you rather have the client who's a billionaire who buys your $40,000 program, never has time for the calls, and really just watches your Instagram and says that's enough accountability and wants to pay you every month? Those are the clients I have. They're like, am I supposed to pay you again? I don't know. My assistant paid you when? I'm like, bro, that was 2 months ago. Like, Anthony, that was 2 months ago, bro. Like, and oh, my bad. I didn't even know. I just thought I was supposed to pay you again. Here, I have some other people that need to sign up. And then just sends me other people and pays for them. Like, people in his businesses. I want you to sign up this person. And this guy's an unknown billionaire that, he even made $1 billion last year. And then, it's just like, they're not just billionaires fucking in one play. Like, the guy's done 50 fucking things. I'm like, bro, can we write the book on your life? Nobody knows this shit. Like, geothermal plants in Guatemala, fucking like taking old real estate practices from London, bringing them to America, mangling the competition. And because it's just a whole different route and just sitting back laughing as the court system is like, you can't do that. He's like, I just fucking did. You guys slept on this.
When you're driving your Bugatti and you've got your iPhone and these Stripe payments are coming in, it says like 40 grand, 10 grand, 795. I'm sure you get the push alerts. Are you just like, how did I get here? And just like laughing? Or are you just like,
I have me on my phone right now. There's a 40 grand sale in there right now.
And you're just like,
but I don't care about the money. I leave my house at 5 o'clock. I just want to go eat or buy my wife or daughter something.
That's awesome, man.
So I just leave my house and I'm like, where am I going to go? I'll just go to Ball Harbor. I'll go to the mall. Fuck it. I really just want to go for a drive, okay? And then I go for a drive, and there's so much traffic coming back this way. And I'm like, I guess I have to stop at the mall and eat or, like, go shopping or something. And I go in, I'm like, I don't want anything. Fuck all this shit. Unless something jumps out at me, and I'm like, that's totally me. I won't buy it. It has to be like, that is me, motherfucker. This wasn't even me, you know? Like, the other day I got a Gucci outfit that was, like, brown khakis and brown long sleeve with no print and just like an embossed Gucci thing right here. I'm like, oh, that's me. I have to get it. And like stuff like that. I like that. It jumped out at me. It was like meant to be. But even times like I'll leave my house and I'll be like, I don't know why, but I'm supposed to go here.
Yeah.
And then I pull up and Fat Joe's right there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I film it. I'm like, hey, Fat Joe, where Joey Crack? Where are you at? And then I go into Go Yard and we film some content in there. And then like, every time I'm called to just go, I go and there's someone there that is what I believe is an integral part of my future.
I have one dumb question related to that, but I'm just curious. You saw P. Diddy out.
Yeah.
And you said hi to him and you posted that right in the middle of all that.
I was the first person to see him after the hype. Like when he supposedly fled the country, they're like, where's Diddy at? No one can find him. And then he's like, hey, he's with Wes Watson and Pura Vida. Yeah. A lot of people were like, I don't know if you should post that. I'm like, posted. Like, I don't believe in bad publicity.
Yeah.
I don't. Because anyone who's stupid enough to hate someone they don't know from stuff they heard on the internet is not a client for me.
Yeah.
So I've never been so appalled by someone on the internet that it ruined my day. I mean, there's someone right now cutting a child's head off in a different country. Like, I can't, if someone showed me the video and gave me the guy's Instagram address, I would not be able to be like, whoa, you piece of shit. Like, I just couldn't do it. I understand that stuff goes on in this world that is beyond my control.
Yeah.
So I'm just not that involved in anything that I'm not in control of.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is, you guys? When you involve yourself in stuff you're not in control of, that is also scapegoat behavior. You are deciding to spend your energy on something that's not solvable so that you don't have to solve the obvious problems you see in the mirror.
Yeah.
So that's what people do with politics. That's what people do with me. That's what these losers do. They're like, look at this guy's problems, just so they don't have to look at their own.
That's true.
So, I mean, the point is you have to understand that you're doing that. It's the craziest behavior ever. So being someone who knows that, I would never try to solve someone else's problems in that way.
Yeah.
So I would never reach out to them. The only way I know how to solve people's problems is for me to put out a message that will lure them to me, and then me telling them I could help change them.
Yep.
So that's the only way, because you can't lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink.
Yep.
Everyone will say that, but then they'll try to give you unsolicited advice.
Yep.
But yeah, I saw Diddy and I posted it. I don't believe in bad publicity ever, because the discerning client in there, after I get 1 billion views off that thing got 1 billion views in 10 hours. Like, it was all over the place on every news channel ever. And they're saying celebrity fitness coach Wes Watson. I'm like, yes. And then all of a sudden, like, the lamest people in the world are like, that's how you got your money. The diddler touched you or something. I'm like, bro, if your mind goes there, then that probably happened to you.
Yeah.
So the people online that project certain shit like that, they'd put wigs on me, they put makeup on me and shit. They actually probably played with Barbies and they probably swing that way. Their dad didn't whoop on them.
Yeah.
Like, so they should actually seek a psychiatrist and say, hey, I'm like in my 30s or in my 20s, and there's a guy online that I don't like, and I'm really like, I have this deep desire to put wigs on him and make AI videos of him kissing other men. Like, what is the matter with me?
Yeah.
Like, you should really seek professional help if that's something you think about doing. Because the only thing I think about doing is making videos that get the frustration out of me of the world I see around me, of people wasting their potential. And then when the people message me and say, I'm done wasting my potential, I desire to help change their life.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think about all day.
Yeah.
And then taking care of my family and anybody that I can.
Love it, dude. Love it. Well, that's all I got. You got any other words of wisdom? That was a lot of wisdom, dude.
I mean, words of wisdom, basically, when you're building your social media, it should be a reality show with commercials, okay? It should be 80% your reality show and 20% or even less of you selling your product or service. Please listen to this. You guys who are making a real estate page, like every stupid real estate guy, where we're actually walking through the houses with you, you're an idiot. Look at Ryan Serhan's page. He's showing his family and his life. And on YouTube, he walks through some bigger, crazier pads. Yeah. But mostly he's connecting with you first and then showing you the property. You guys are just showing the fucking property like dumb fucks. I haven't seen your kids. I don't know what you drive. I don't know what you do in your downtime. I don't know how you think. I can't connect with you in any way. You're just telling me you want a sale and you're a piece of shit who just wants a sale. So get 10,000 friends this year from your social media and sell to your friends. Make sure you treat them like friends. How do we treat our friends? We give them quality advice every day. So go on your page and give quality advice to your friends every day. That's the advice I would give on building your social media brand.
Love it, dude. Love it, dude. That's all I got. We're going to go by your house, check out this.
We're going to go check out the Bugatti. We're going to check out the Mansory Phantom, wide body Urus. It's shitty out here. The weather's kind of shitty, but inside my garage, it's immaculate. The lighting's perfect. The cars are clean. We're going to go check them out.
You did the epoxy floors.
Oh, yeah.
How'd that turn out?
It's good. I mean, I think everyone could do a better job, I think, but how could you do a pro-ass epoxy floor? I've never seen one. Like every gym I've gone in, they're torn up.
Yeah.
Everywhere I ever went in, I'm like, oh, this isn't so good. Mine looks better than theirs at least. But
well, we'll go check
I'm a
that
perfectionist.
out.
I'm like, what's that? What's that? What's that?
I want to try your creatine. I want to try your gummy bears too.
Yeah, it's all good. Gummy creatine, the pre-workouts. I mean, you can see the fam. It's a good spot.
I love it, dude. Well, that's Design Auto Live with Wes Watson here in Miami. This will be posted on my website. So if you like social media, if you like cars, go check out Design Autos for cars 100 grand and up and only. That's all I got.